quitting smoking. This is the #1 thing you should be trying to do. Forget your nutrition, forget working out, because if you're smoking, you are just destroying your body. And I know from experience. So I started smoking when I was about 17 years old. Actually, I was probably about 16 because I got into working out when I was 17, so about a year after. So for the first couple of years, there wasn't too much of a problem. I was chilling with my friends, having smokes, good times, good times. I was even able to smoke cigarettes and work out at the same time. I was still gaining muscle growth. I was still able to do cardio. I was able to do anything I wanted in the gym with minor problems. Maybe I'd be slightly more out of breath than I would be if I wasn't smoking, but I was still able to do everything I wanted to do. Problem is, it caught up with me. I found myself wheezing more during cardio. I found that if I lifted really heavy, I was having a harder and harder time catching my breath. I had to take longer time between sets. And then it actually got so bad that I actually had to stop going to the gym because I would actually have panic attacks from not being able to breathe. My endurance pretty well went down to nothing, even running for the bus. So a short distance, maybe 50 meters, running to the bus stop put me completely out of breath. I decided I needed to make a change because cigarettes were killing me. Even walking upstairs was becoming difficult and my heart would pound and I could barely breathe. This is probably due to the asthma I was told I had, but I never had an issue with it my whole life until I started smoking. Then I could really tell. My lungs would tighten up. It was just horrible. Anyways, back to quitting. So I decided I needed to make a change. And I basically wanted to talk to you guys about the ways I quit smoking. So firstly, those nicotine patches and other drugs to help you, they actually do work. So I did go on the nicotine patch and it helped with the cravings. But the problem is, it's not going to help you if you don't truly want to quit. It helped with the cravings, but not so much the addictive motion of having a cigarette. So if you find your cravings are really hard, get that nicotine patch. There's also a pill that makes it almost impossible to smoke. Pretty sure it's an antidepressant. Apparently, my friends that have tried it, that's worked really well. And a guy doing some yard work, ruining my video. So it was more of the psychological stuff that helped me quit. So I had to find triggers. So the first thing I did was I noticed I smoked a lot more with certain people. So a lot of my friends that played poker, I used to host a poker game and that was when I really started to smoke. So we'd have cigars and cigarettes, some alcohol. Alcohol's also a huge trigger. Play some cards and before you know it, the whole room is filled with smoke. So really, I had to quit poker for a while. I had to quit hanging out with friends that pretty much only wanted to hang out, sit around and smoke. So I tried to find more friends that wanted to do more active stuff, be outside more, and kind of distract myself that way. Now, when I did have a craving, a few things I would do. So whenever I wanted to grab a cigarette, I'd go on my phone, I'd put a 5-minute timer on and wait. Okay, when that timer went up, if I still needed a cigarette, next best thing to do, I'd grab a huge drink of ice cold water. So I did that. I would drink that water down, sip it evenly but slowly, so it would last about 5 to 10 minutes. Now that usually helped me pass that craving. I did fall off the bandwagon a few times, did have cigarettes, and the problem was if I bought a pack of cigarettes, I would want to finish it because I would feel like I'm wasting those cigarettes. So really, you should go into a bumming stage for singles. Don't buy a pack yourself. So either buy one cigarette off someone or bum one off them. That advice sounds counterproductive, but really, you're probably going to smoke a few times during your quitting phase. Even me, who had pretty strong willpower, fell off quite a few times before finally being able to quit it. And the last thing that really helped me was actually getting back into fitness. Now this was I'll mention this story because this is gonna be for another video, and that's my panic attacks that I got during fitness. But it was a very hard experience for me because I'd pretty well trigger a panic attack every single time I went to the gym. But every time I went to the gym, it got easier and easier. My endurance got better and better, and it gave me something to focus on instead of cigarettes. Sorry, I made this a little longer than I wanted to, but those are pretty well some of the tips I did. So just to recap, if you're having a craving, put a timer for 5 to 10 minutes on your phone and make sure to wait before you have a cigarette. Phase 2, take a nice drink of cold water. It really shocks the system and it will help you hopefully curb some of those cigarettes. If your cravings are really strong, make sure to get a patch or on that pill. I'm sure you could just research on Google, quit smoking aid antidepressant, because I'm pretty sure it is an antidepressant, but it works really well. I'll throw it in the description below. Try to find triggers. If alcohol is a huge trigger, you might have to quit alcohol for a while. If playing poker with your buddies or in other social situation causes a lot of smoking, get out of that. Start hanging out with people that are healthier and don't want to just smoke all day. And of course, fitness. Either start jogging, start weightlifting, anything like that. The dopamine is going to help. Like the runner's high you've heard of, dopamine rushes into your brain. It's going to help you fight those cravings with cigarettes. So there you go. My goal is to do some more fitness videos. I'm going to be doing these type of health videos too. So stay tuned. Until next time, guys. Eat clean, stay mean.